Hello? Is anyone there? Are we live? God, I hope the stream doesn't crash today. Chat, let me know if things are okay. If you spot anything out of the ordinary. Apparently it's my happy partner anniversary, which we had already celebrated. So apparently the date of that has moved. Let me go open my calendar and change it. I don't know. I can't bother to change it. Very, very odd. Well, that was unexpected. Peeps, I've had oh boy, I've had computer issues today, which I haven't gotten to the bottom of. But I did go over my stream setup and find some issues that needed fixing and get a lot of stuff in order. But I'm now kind of worried with the issues that I've had today. It might affect the stream at some point because it seems to be related to my graphics card. Yeah, I just opened up like file browser to check on something. It looks like currently everything's working as it should. Fable Noodles, thank you for 15 months, much appreciated. I really don't enjoy, well, it's hard to enjoy it, but you have to accept sometimes. You have like moments where you need to do maintenance stuff, and I've been doing a lot of maintenance stuff instead of being creative and enjoying all of that energy. So it wears me down a little bit because it looks like, tomorrow we might be doing more of the same, right? Might be browsing forums online looking for solutions to a problem that I found a solution for, but it doesn't seem to be the thing that I'm having a problem with, right? You know how it goes. Computer issues, diagnosing them. It's a pain in the bum. But I did manage to grind all of this out. There's still a little more building here to be done, which we might do today. I kind of want to figure out some subtle lighting on the roof. But as you can see, like, we've got a fully decorated room, which is cool. And the Melody Maker is kind of finished. I managed to decorate it. Yo, Charles Slab, thank you for gifting out 5 subs to the community. Much appreciated. I can hear the noises in my ear. I must admit, they're a little bit loud. Here's the cool thing. I think I can turn them down here universally. Let's turn them down a touch. There you go. Why is the music so quiet as well? It's because it's the end of the song. I feel like the music might have somehow ended up routing a little quieter than usual as well. Let's try it at 25. You'll have to tell me if it feels any quieter or louder. Anyway, so we might be back here later this stream, but what we will be doing is working on the sugarcane farm because I've been picking up rockets from the nether and realizing that I haven't AFK'd there for a while, and it's kind of important to do that. Now, before streaming, throughout the day, I've been super busy working on that Vanilla Tweaks video, and I kept telling myself to, before you stream, make sure you got some mud, and of course, I didn't get around to doing it. I mean, how else would that work? How else would we ever expect that to work? Hey, looks like I've got some mud. I'm going to take a bunch of it. We also needed like copper grates, which I think we can just craft from copper. So we're down to the very last bits of that, but that's handy. Handy, Andy. We're going to need rails. We might need some additional gold. Oh, for a second there, I thought we'd swallowed up our gold supply. Look at me, I'm thinking things through for once. I've turned a new leaf, people. I've turned a new leaf. The Snowy Ocelot says thanks for the gifted sub. I appreciate you saying thanks. That's all I ever ask. That's all I ever ask. Bella T is here for 31 months. No, sorry, 90. Oh my god, the numbers are all over the place here. 90 months. Yo, 10 more and you're in the club, Evil X's dungeon, which, by the way, we can play again. And speaking of the animations, oh, all the things are happening right now. We can get the hype train rolling, literally on the screen. Sharsnap, thank you for a 25 stream streak, as well as that generosity earlier with the gifted subs. And Santa of Scarver is here, gifting subs to the community. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. I love to stream. I love to turn up here and do this. if you're happy, you know, watching, I'm blessed, and I'm even more blessed. We've got some beautiful people here gifting subs and supporting the stream. Thank you for your generosity. We got rails. I don't know how many we need, but we got rails. We might need more terracotta of the green variety, so I'm going to bring some with us. Yes. So that we can make some more. I really doubt we'd need more than 3 stacks. And I got more over here if I need it. I am trying to visualize all of the resources that we will need. Probably a little bit of glass. Let's get a shulker box. Let's get some glass. And then sugarcane. You know, I could say like there's some over there, but the thing is, there's a flying machine that chops it down constantly. So, more sugarcane. And I think we're gonna get glass, wasn't it? Glass? I think it was glass. We do have some more stream streakers, so I'm just gonna say shout outs to Weird Annie, Blooming, and Tats Tats for continuing to tune in. Thank you for coming back. I like that. I like the stream streak thing because, you know, not everyone could subscribe and get their name read out. And, you know, it's not about Oh, Pearl! I love it! Oh, that looks so good there. It's not about getting your name read out, but, like, it is nice to do that for people. Is there, like, a beacon beam on this thing? No, it's just my thing behind it. That looks so good. That looks so good. Oh, my God, look at it. It's awesome. It's got, like, radio antennas on it and everything. Oh, my God, that's so good. Okay, right. Decana Heaven coming in with some gifted subs as well. Thank you so much. Peeps, there's lots being gifted. Oh! Be sure to check back in the chat. Also check if you're just listening to see why I'm screaming. It's because I'm an idiot. I'm using firework rockets in a cave. That's what's happening over here. Oh, it looks like we've got a lot of resources. I didn't grab a shulker box. What is wrong with me? I'm just a forgetful soul, people. Yo, Santa of Scarva again. 10 more gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, you know what to do, people. Always check. Heart Gamer says, oh my God, all the hype trains. Oh, it just told me we've now reached level 5. Level 5, ladies and gentlemen. What are we going to see on the hype train? It only goes up to 10. I should get Puka to make another couple of levels, I think. I don't know what to... Oh, man. We just got the tiny takeover update. Like, what does tiny Xisuma look like? Because that's throwing the whole skins thing into a different perspective there. We're sort of saying, what if there was a baby Xisuma? What would that look like, right? I'd love to see that. If anyone out there is a skin artist and wants to take on that challenge, please take it on and send me the results on Twitter or something. Twitter, the website formerly known as X. That website. Oh, I just went all out on... Dang it, look at this. I just went all out on copper rails. Is this on a chunk border? So many things in this game require a little bit of maintenance. It drives me mad. I want another one! Right, I think what we're going to do is start off with the minecarts. Oh, I already measured... Did I measure out properly how far this goes? I've totally forgotten where we were with this project. Wow. If I've done that, let's put in the redstone for it. Let's start with that today. Yo, Siberian Wolf, thank you for gifting a sub as well to Sushi Wolf Gamer. Always supporting the wolves. I love it. I love it. Repeaters and redstone, that's what I need. Also, I got a hot cup of tea. Like, how could I get 10 minutes into a stream? Like, I mean, actually, it's perfect timing. I'll take it. Make your skin one of the baby animals. Did I play it at the same time as the hype train? The hype train finished, right? Oh, wait a minute. Did it play? Or is my timer, is it just a quick animation? It's just a quick, you get 2 today. You get 2 today. Charlotte, you went to the gym, you're sore, but it was beautiful. They have a lovely yoga room too. You're so sore now though. Oh man, I miss the soreness. I never get it. How is the Melody Machine progress going? It is done, it is complete. I made a very interesting discovery with some musical stuff. What's going on here? Last night, actually. There's kind of a way to make chords, like, persistent in this game. Which was something I'd sort of ruled out as not being a thing, but it turns out it is. Have I made a crucial error there? No, I haven't. So, like, 2 repeaters point into that bit. Okay. Talking to myself here. No one's following what's going on. 2 repeaters point into what, X? What are you talking about, crazy madman? I will be crazy and love it, people. You like the new hat icon? Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's my partner anniversary, but I thought we'd already celebrated that, so I guess I've got a second one. Callie says, how do you make persisting chords then? I mean, you got special access, my dude. Head over onto the server and see what I've been cooking. I'm keeping it a secret because I want to like investigate it a little bit more, and then I'll put it in my next episode of Hermitcraft, no doubt. Like, I decided, okay, this thing isn't finished yet, but it's going in my next episode. Like, I got to share this. I just want to think about how to take advantage of it more and stuff. Oh, it's all repeaters here. It's all repeaters. Repeat. Repeat after me, people. Okay. Yeah, so that's all of that. So now we know... Oh, yeah, it does go as far as this. I think while I'm in the groove, though, I should probably do the redstone on the opposite side. Just because it's like, you know, it's there. It's in memory. We're locked in. Nuclear Slayer, thank you for your stream streak. And Veriti. Is that full of pop-ups? Lol. What's full of pop-ups? What was the skin X was talking about? You used to make skins, but you're a little rusty. A baby skin. Like, what does baby Xisuma look like, right? I think the head size would go from like 8 to 5x5. And the hype train has completed. Thank you so much, people. It went up to level 6. We'll roll that one out for you so you can enjoy some more animations. All right. What did I want? I know what I wanted. I wanted what's in here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. X's baby chicken. Dang. That would be funny. Okay, are these like flipped from the other side? I don't think they are. So somehow, okay, I guess I was placing them on top of glass before. And this is why I brought more dye. To complete the project. Shouldn't be more than that. That should be plenty. That should be plenty right there. Now just bring it all the way down here. Why don't crash? Did y'all update Tiny Takeover? Oh, no. It's my computer that's at fault of crashing. Something wrong with my graphics card. I could talk about that because I haven't talked about it yet. So I'm like prepping for vanilla tweaks, and Sony Vegas is open. And I'm not really using it, but it's like on the screen. And then all of a sudden, all 3 of my monitors turn off at the same time. They do this thing where they occasionally, one of them will blink. Doesn't tend to happen when I'm streaming, but it tends to happen just every now and then. Maybe like once or twice a day when I'm using the computer. Maybe a bit more than that. I don't know. One of the monitors will just blink and like turn back on. This time, is it 15? this time it did it on all three at once. And then you know that like USB disconnect connect sound? That came on. And I was like, oh, that's not good. But then all the monitors like came back on again, and I was like, okay, well, we'll crack on. Didn't notice anything, had no trouble recording, so using OBS, that's been fine. But then when I go to render the video, right, that's when it's like, nope, and it gives me this error message. If I look up the error message, people are saying that there's these NVIDIA drivers that are faulty, and that you need to update. But the thing is, I haven't updated my NVIDIA drivers in a long time because I've updated them and things are broken before. So I kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. So I didn't have the affected version. And this clearly, I reckon, was related to this weird thing that happened earlier. So that happened. And then later I go to render the video. And it won't render. I had to render it with the CPU, which surprisingly is like not much difference in time. My CPU was like, I can handle this, but I'll also I'll sound like I'm taking off and going to space at the same time. But yeah, got the job done. I can render the video still. But I've been poking around trying to figure out, okay, like, what's going on with this driver, though? How do I fix that? What do I need to do? And most of what I'm finding online are people talking about this affected driver and rolling back. So I updated my driver to the latest version, didn't fix it. And I'm not sure what else to do. I have a feeling it might be that there's maybe a different driver that's like a Windows driver. And when I heard that disconnect, reconnect, I think it might have like switched to a different driver. Huckle, good to see you, my dude. I was hinting a little bit at the amazing discovery that we made last night with some redstone. But I'm keeping it a secret from people for now. I want to show it off in my next video while it's kind of like unfinished, the idea, but I'm hoping it'll find its way to a finished form as well. If that makes sense. But it's exciting. I think it'd be really cool just to put a bit of that kind of, yeah, look what happens when you're messing around with ideas on a redstone server into the video, because that's a cool part of the process. I always like to, I want to capture the process and put it into an episode, but then it's hard to know when the process is going to like yield that magic. So when you're making an episode, it's more like there's a bunch of stuff that's already happened. And I think I just want to show that idea in its like raw form. I think that would be cool. So anyway, I'm going to have to experiment with some stuff tomorrow, which I really don't want to do. I've done so much maintenance recently. I'm worried about my stream setup potentially breaking because of this. Also, even not because of it, I'm using a plugin to record, which apparently might cause some issues. So I'm fingers crossed it's stable. I actually, it's funny because it was crashing OBS before I started this stream. And the way that I stopped it was disabling it in safe mode and then enabling it again when I came back. And it made me wonder as to why that would work. Why that would stop this thing from crashing. So like these are two issues that I'm diagnosing, right? And it's not fun. It's not fun, but it's sometimes it's necessary, because if I don't fix my stream setup, we'll miss out on like moments that can be brought from the stream into an episode. And I think I've enjoyed that a lot recently, where sometimes things happen in streams and they come over to the episodes. It feels like I'm not leaving as much out, but also it makes the episodes more interesting, because it's usually like collaborative stuff that happens on stream. So people, like, you bump into people, they come over or whatever, and that's like a whole little adventure that you get to share. All right, looking good. We are now going to, I think I'm going to disable that for the time being. Leave the minecarts there. Perfect timing. And then we're going to try and repeat this pattern. I'm going to try and remember what it was. I think it might have had something to do with the blocks above it, actually. We got Sivian and Parg Snip coming in with stream streaks. Thank you so much for continuing to watch, people. Crystal Wolf is here for 2 months. Thank you ever so much. Lex Live is here for 3 months. However, they say 2-month sub anniversary. It tells me 3. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, maybe first thing we figure out is like, what's the pattern here? I thought it was related to the position of these, but it doesn't appear to be. Why did I do it this way? It's like a diagonal thing, basically. But then it kind of stops here. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So after red, the next one would be there. 1, 2, and then 1 would be right there. Interesting. Then we'd have a gap of 1. I got no idea how I ended up with this pattern. But a pattern's a pattern, and you got to stick to it, right? Otherwise, some little part of your brain goes, oh no! That thing there isn't quite how it should be. Now I'm going to make you rebuild the whole thing. Even though it's entirely unnecessary. Timothy and Chunky Chipmunk, thank you for those stream streaks. Thanks for popping back in. Continuing to watch. You're appreciated. What's my favorite baby mob? I don't know. I've enjoyed... You know what? I feel like if I were to sit down and look at them all one by one, I would pick one out. I know it's not the sheep. The sheep, like, looks a bit weird, I think. Also, the zombie one don't look right. I assume I love you, amigo, in a healthy way. I'm fine with it. You know what I'm not... You know what I'm not down with? I'm not with those unhealthy ways, okay? I'm good with a healthy way. I'm glad it's not an unhealthy way. Yeah, I can actually see where the next redstone block should have been, but for some reason it wasn't. Should have been right there. And then there'd be a 1 and you'd have it here, right? Yep. How are the lamps being powered? How are the lamps being powered? There's no lamps near here for that to be a concern. At least not that I'm aware of. Oh, for goodness sake. I am trying to be neat. I'm not trying to make a mess, I swear. James McMilner, thank you for the stream streak. Welcome on in. You hate when past me commits to a pattern that future me cannot comprehend. I feel like I need to play without patterns at some point. Like they just slow you down. You just become, I don't know, attached to it or something weird. And it doesn't make any sense why. Do I enjoy riding roller coasters? Would I ride the fastest, tallest one if the trip was free? I'd like to say yes, but here's the thing. Like when I was young, I loved roller coasters. Believe me. Whew. Roller coasters are amazing, right? But then as I got older, I had less and less opportunities to like go on roller coasters. But when I did, I would get headaches and stuff. And I'm not sure if I've just had a couple of like unfortunate timings where like, you know, oh, I went on a roller coaster on a bad day, or if I'm now just old and I'm going to get headaches when I go on them. But if I could be 20 again, the answer would be easy. You know? I'd be straight on that. I'd sit at the front. I remember when I was a kid, I got to go to Florida, right? Orlando, that area. Got to go to all the theme parks and stuff. And I think it was the SeaWorld one. They had a roller coaster there. And we got there at the end of the day, and there was no queue. To the point where, when it went round and you're sat in your seat, they said, did you want to stay on? I went, yes, please. Thank you very much. I'll stay right here. I'm good with that arrangement. Thank you. So I just went around and like, I don't know, I must have rode it like 3 or 4 times in a row. And my parents were like encouraging us. They were like, yeah, make the most of it, you know, keep going. It was great. We spent ages on it. Ah, it's a good memory, that one. Very vague memory now, though, you know? That's what memories are. They get kind of murky the more time goes by. I heard a question earlier today in a podcast that I listened to. And the question is, like, if I gave you this question, right, you get to pick. Are you going to live for 5 more minutes or a week, right? Everyone here is going to pick a week, okay? Unless you're in some sort of dire straits, unbelievable discomfort and pain that will never resolve itself, and somehow you're still tuned into this nonsense, which I think is highly unlikely. Everyone chooses a week, yeah. I'll live for 5 more weeks. Sorry, 1 more week. But then, if I ask you again at the end of that week, do you want to live for 5 more minutes? Or a week? You'd probably say a week again, right? And this could go on and on and on and on. And supposedly it's a bit of a paradox, right? That like, well, you're sort of saying you'd want to live forever then. And immediately I'm thinking, well, the thing about like how long do you want to live, I think it's tied to your body. I think that the body and mind are linked in a strong way. You missed the question. The question is, would you like to live for 5 more minutes or a week? You know, I can make it so. You know, when you answer my question, you get what you get. So what do you want, a week or 5 minutes? You'd probably say a week. Then I come back in a week and I'm like, well, do you want 5 more minutes or a week? You say a week again. Right? This is rational. What I think's really interesting is like, if you gave people like an age or something, but you know, let's not get on a tangent here. I think that the body and mind are strongly linked, and I think part of being immortal and living forever has to do with your health. So, you know, if you're now like 100 years old and like living has sort of become a bit of a constant endurance of pain and suffering, when they ask you 5 minutes or a week, you might go, I'll have 5 minutes, please. You know, you might be content. You might be, hey, it's my time to go. I think it's possible, but I think that might strongly be linked to the state of your body. Because when people say, do you want to live forever? A lot of people go, no, of course not. But I think that's with the sort of implied thing is that your body is going to get weaker with time, right? So like, you're thinking, I don't want to live forever in a knackered old shell. If you could be young and fit, if you could be 25 forever, you know, would you take that? And there's different types of immortality as well. There's like immortality where you can be killed, but if you're not killed by something, you can just keep on living. That's like elves in Lord of the Rings, I think. And then there's like immortality where you cannot actually die. I think cannot actually die is like, no, I wouldn't select that, because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, what if you end up in an eternal torture chamber? Whoops! Oh, I'm in the torture chamber of eternity, and I can't die. How unfortunate! I can never escape. Whoopsie! Bad choice. Let's interrupt this little story here to say thank you to Voidwalker Xisuma for 6 months. You may do an Xisuma cosplay based on the bee skin. Wow, that sounds cool. Happy Pancake, thank you for 5 months. We got the Criminal Squirrel. 4 months, thank you so much. Steph coming in for 8. Rainbow's back with a 15 stream streak. Yeah, you're here sometimes. So, sometimes. 15 times at least. Okay, let's grab that. I guess I need to go get some glowstone. And my inventory is absolutely foul and disgusting, and apparently I'm a professional Minecrafter, hey? Dev says this is, or Chimera, sorry, says this is getting dark, Xisuma. It's, yeah, it's not supposed to be dark, but I guess it could be. You have a 100-year-old client who is pretty much fully independent and does most on her own, and then you have a 104 client who's very limited mobility now and uses a freeway stand, so even a few more years can make a massive difference. I would guess, though, that it's not that, like, in 4 years' time that other person is going to be immobile. It's like the lifestyle thing. If you're moving around and active at 100, I think you've kept on that, would be my guess. Your lifestyle's made that possible. Because I've watched my grandparents get old and lose mobility and stuff, and like you can see it happening, but then like they don't have much in their life that counteracts it, so it happens faster, it feels like the loss of mobility and stuff. Why did I come back? Glowstone. Wait, no, that's probably too much. Yeah, that'll do. Likely the 100-year-old also has a lot more family, so she's always doing things with them. Yeah, that helps a lot as well, right? Having a reason to move around, people to keep you busy. Yeah, so this whole thing about mortality, like, I think it's like sort of linked to the condition of your health. And when you try and simplify questions and make them sound a little paradoxical, you perhaps strip out elements of the question that are really important. It's like, what is the quality of your life? Like I said a moment ago, you know, if you pick to be immortal and you can't actually die, and then you end up in the eternal torture chamber you can't escape from, like, no one would pick that. Obviously, it's a little bit hypothetical, but I think the way you would extrapolate it to real life is like, let's say you are an immortal on this planet, part of the planet Earth, right? What's it all going to look like in 100 years? Are we gonna barrel towards Star Trek and like explore the universe? That would be an incredible immortality to have, you know, just become master of the universe, and we populate the stars, and we figure out all the science we need to keep going and sustain it to the heat death of the universe or whatever. Because all things come to an end, right? That's a good point. Would you survive the heat death of the universe? I don't think you would. But anyway. Yeah, or you know, is there nuclear Armageddon? Does it all fall apart? You know, do you live in a post-apocalyptic society in the future, and things are hard, and you get on by remembering how good it was and how good it could have been? Like, these are very different fates for that question. I thought that was like an interesting way to look at those kind of questions. Is it's also about like the quality of life that you're accepting. It's not just a quantitative question. It's a qualitative question as well. You don't trust humanity surviving for too long for eternity to be worth it. Solitude sounds like torture. Interesting. Yeah, I think I believe that we should be optimists. I think optimistic pragmatism is the way to be in this world. Like, to work with other people and to do it in good faith and to be optimistic about where we're going. And, you know, I wouldn't say so much as like just assuming it's all going to be good, you know. There's a bit of prepare for the worst but hope for the best in there. That's what I'm on about with the pragmatism. But yeah, I don't think like doom and gloom is very helpful, and being pessimistic. I don't think you get a lot from that. But at the same time, if I were a betting man, like if you had that power and you could say, hey X, you know, we're gonna propel you into the future or whatever, like, what do you think it's gonna be like? Sometimes, oh man, because I listen to like a lot of information about what's going on in the world and what's happening with climate change and stuff like this, and it's like, I think we got to be optimistic and pragmatic about like developing solutions and trying to solve these problems. But then a part of me kind of feels like maybe, you know, maybe this isn't going anywhere good. It's really hard to weigh up, though. It's really hard to weigh up. But I think you absolutely have to behave optimistically and be positive and try and do positive things in the world. You know, you can't be doom and gloom, because it's kind of like you give yourself less of a fighting chance if it turns out that, hey, you know, things are more likely not to be great. But it's not set in stone, is it? You know, it's not set in stone. That's the point. That's why I think pragmatic optimism is probably the way. Can I make a deposit into a savings account first? What? Oh, what, you're thinking like future returns, right? Like you put your money in the S&P and like you come back in the future and you've made all these returns. Yeah. But again, that's part of the point though, right? Like it's just, there's many different aspects, like your personal health, the environment you're in. Will you be financially secure? Like, do you want to be immortal, fit and strong, but you have to work down a coal mine for eternity? Like, you know, that's what I was getting at about the whole, there's like a qualitative aspect to all of this. I'm sort of thinking I should be smart here and probably save on some of these powered rails. I'm gonna start swapping them out with these ones, because and then I'm just going to end up redoing stuff. I'm just going to... No, I'm just going to make it all out of gold. Shut up, X. Just make it out of gold. We're just going to chew through these resources. It's fine. So where this thing ends, I think we're fine just to put our little turnaround here. Yeah. So I guess I do need to go pick up some of these rails. And then it's that one there where the rail's going to go in and like hit a wall and come back out again. I'm not sure that I actually need that little gap either, but I'm putting it there anyway. Gold, sticks, and redstone are 3. For me, the gold is a bit time-consuming to AFK for. So that would be my one qualm with it. It's not free. I mean, there's literally why we're upgrading this farm as well, is because it's not good enough for the AFK time. I think it needs to be more productive. My gold farm could do a little bit of that as well, especially if I'm going to burn through gold like this, you know? Would you accept 10 million and more immortality, but be pursued forever by an immortal super intelligent snail that kills you instantly upon touch? The snail always knows your location and moves towards you. No. However, at what speed does the snail move? Because here's the thing. Now, this actually sounds like a good idea, because if it moves at the speed of a snail, 10 million should buy me the resources to keep an eye on that snail and to keep me at distance from it. It also gives me the option of choosing when I want to bow out. Like, if I've realized this immortality thing isn't for me, I can just go meet the snail. So I think I would take that. Yeah, normal... I'll take it. I'll take that. Yeah. I think I would take that bet if it were real. Bear says posture check. Yeah, good idea. Good idea, Bear. Bears need posture checks too, people. Can you imagine going into the wild and seeing a bear just doing a little bit of downwards dog, you know? Is that downwards bear or downwards dog? I forgot the voice. Posture check, people. Posture. No, it doesn't work, does it? Can't quite say that word right for that one. Hello, gamers. I mean, that works. Gosh, that's frightening. Posture check. Just something about the word posture. It's just, I don't know, it's just not right for that voice, you know? Doesn't feel natural. Doesn't feel like it was supposed to be. We're going to start placing the copper and the mud and the buckets and having all sorts of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could actually start by doing the side here. In a ways. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be that one there, wouldn't it? I mean, they got to go here, so I'll put them in. I think we're going to need a lot more of these, aren't we? And we got mud in here as well. Why did I come back out here? I ran out of gold rails. I think I ran out of regular rails. So I'll take that. And now we need to make gold. Eventually the brain will catch up. It's all these silly questions about snails and immortality. I'm just passing the blame on, really, aren't I? Right. Do we have sticks? Do we have wood lying around? Any of these things would be helpful. Aha, I'll take them. Look at all this faff. Just faffing. Just faffing about with the inventory as always, you know? Just faffing around. Okay. What did I say? Sticks. That was the one. I don't know how much we need, but let's not go crazy, you know? That's got to be a lot. That's not going to get us too far. You see what I mean? We're gonna like chew through some gold now. That's the problem. That's a little bit better. Let's get back over there. What is my opinion about the sulfur cube? You love this Minecraft ambient music. Yeah, this is a really good one. Yakusuko. X, what type of card would you be in the card deck you're planning on making one and you want new input? I'll be the Joker. Not really, I don't know. It depends on who else is in the deck, right? If you were making a Hermitcraft pack of cards, who would be the Joker? I think we all know the answer to this one. I think there's only really one candidate. I'll let chat tell you who it is. Not that you don't know. Giarian, yes, that guy. Giarian, the one, the only. Okay, that block's got to go. And then we do the same thing over here. But, got to get those rails in. Got to get those rails in. We got a raid coming in here. It's full symmetry. False, I flew by your base area earlier today and it absolutely blew my mind. That tree is freaking epic, dude. Absolutely epic. I've been talking about how you've like leveled up the Minecrafting. I mean, this is what the hermits do. I think we just like, in a way, just continuously push each other to do better. But False has always just been growing as a Minecrafter, and then this season it's just, I don't know, like you're absolutely killing it, False. That tree is awesome, and it's like really well positioned between Scar and Pearl's area, and like the whole spot just looks. And she won MCC. Exactly. Yeah. It all looks really good over there. I'm regretting making this stuff out of golden rails now. Because I'm going to have to AFK more than I need to, is how I'm feeling. More than I need to. Maybe don't do it all at once. Well, let's face it. That's probably not enough. I'll take the stack. Why did we... Stack and a half. I'll come back and make some in a minute and be like, should have made more. That's how I roll. Yo, Tiglet, thank you ever so much for gifting a sub. How did I not hit that guy? Maybe this is why... Well, actually, no. Mobs can't spawn on rails. I was going to say, maybe this is why those minecarts stopped, but... There's rails down here. In fact, how'd that big guy get in here? Hey, maybe they can get in the farm. Well, they have to get into the bottom of the farm to stop. Hey, maybe I should shut up, because I don't seem to know what's going on with these slimes. But yeah. Something stops those minecarts, and I need to figure out what it is. Oh my god, there's another one! They can spawn where the sugarcane is, maybe. Oh my god, I don't need a slime farm. Just getting constantly harassed. constantly. King B, thank you so much for subscribing. With a bunch of new peeps tuning in, I should let you know, if you're concerned about the title of the stream, I've had computer issues, and I'm kind of worried that the stream could crash or something could go wrong at any moment, but so far so good. So, yeah, it is what it is. Whoops. If the stream goes down, you'll know why. Put some iron golems in the wall. You know what? They've been spawning really regularly over here, to the point where I could probably throw down an iron golem somewhere and make an impromptu farm. It's not a bad suggestion, but right now we just got to focus on the sugarcane, I think. I think we're on track, by the way, to get this done, which feels really good, because after this stream, I want to set my account to go AFK, you know. Is your mic bad like Tango's? What happened to Tango's mic? Hopefully mine sounds okay. Let me know if there's any issues with it, of course. Let's see. We came back to make more of these. Which means I need a few more sticky wicks. Was that a joke when I walked on the track? I do make a lot of jokes, and I don't take myself seriously, so I will say silly things at my expense for your entertainment. I mean, that's a gift, isn't it? Sound like a silly goose and other people have a laugh? That's all right. I don't mind. Okay, let's go put these ones down. Look at that. Bam, that's done. Now for these things. Now for these things. So like every fourth block seems to be the spot to put one. Putting it is optional, apparently. Ka-cha! Sound effects included. Tango had a bad Windows update, you believe? Oh, okay, and then the microphone issues kicked in. I see. That old Windows update in, oh... I'll tell you what, actually, lately it's been pretty rough. I've been reading about all these bizarre bugs coming from their AI coding. Ugh. Ugly stuff, ugly stuff. Why so much pad rails? Let's just forget about the pad rails. It weren't a great idea, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. It wasn't a great idea. I mean, when you got a stupid amount of gold, it's a great idea. But when you're constantly juggling your AFK time, it's maybe not the best choice. But let's eat some chicken and forget about it. How about that? Also, I feel like standing, and that means that I get to press the desk emote. I've done a lot of sitting today because I've been doing the Vanilla Tweaks video, and it was kind of a little bit slow. You switched to Linux at the right time. Dude, I have been so into the idea of switching to Linux, but my experience of diagnosing computer issues puts me off because new territory, you're scared you're going to have that similar experience of like constant diagnosis. Is there like another big slime? Do they just constantly spawn here? Is that how this works? Are they... Oh, wait. I think these are the ones that I attempted to kill earlier, maybe. Didn't finish my murdering. That's what it is. Not enough murder. Right, now I believe that there's always one in every row, and actually the pattern might be it's just every 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, right? Yeah. It's always 4 blocks. That's really good, actually. That seems to be... Is that 2? That's 2. So if I start with 2 more muds, then I can do the next row. This is great. Actually, I think I'm going to put mud on the hotbar. Yeah. That's the way to do it. This is always a good idea to figure out a good building technique when you're doing something repetitive. Then at the end there we'll have the 1. And we need as many water buckets as we are likely to do one at a time here. So I need like 1 more, but then 1 for that as well. So we'll get 2 more buckets in the inventory. If you saw it, any thought on Jono's Doc M creation video? No. I didn't see that. Powerbot says you're in a slime chunk. Oh, absolutely. There's slime chunks around here. X, what would you be if green is the Joker? I don't know. I'll take whatever. I'm good. I don't think there's something about me that particularly fits a deck of cards. You know what I mean? But like, false would be the Queen of Hearts, right? That's how the lyrics go. That's how I remember them. How to play the Doc M theme on guitar. Is it metal? Because in the past I did the other song with, is it Etheros? I covered that on guitar. That was a good fun one. Oh, are we going to talk guitar now? Oh my god, peeps, I'm thinking about buying a new guitar. I'm so addicted to playing guitar, it's ridiculous. I've been playing Mishuga non-stop lately. I absolutely freaking love it. And my mind is like obsessed with this riff on Lethargica. And I just don't know what they're doing. I can't figure it out. But I can play it. I can feel it. I can feel it in... like as I play it, but then when I try and like explain to myself what's going on, I just don't understand this riff. And I've like broken it down into numbers and tried to decipher what's going on. I even asked like, I don't use ChatGPT anymore, but I asked Claude, and Claude gave me this like sort of like breakdown of the rhythm and stuff. It wasn't quite right, but it was interesting. It was almost right, but it wasn't. Oh, I want to know the cryptic thing, because with some of their riffs, when you understand what's behind it, you can kind of count a bit, and that helps you feel the riff. Like, that helps you lock in and figure out how to play it. Do I feel it in my fingers? When I play guitar, my arms ache, my wrists ache, my fingers ache. But yeah, I'm thinking of getting an 8-string because I've just become so into playing Mishuga. And my 8-string, it's definitely like a little rough. I'm not sure if it's... Oh, we're good, we're good. I'm not sure if it's rough because it's an 8-string guitar, right? Because I haven't played any others. But I think I would like something a little tighter, because when you're playing these really low strings, you have to do a lot of like... not sure that fidelity is the right word, but you're not just playing the notes, you're like cushioning the guitar with your fingers. You have to stop the noise coming from elsewhere, like on loose strings and stuff. So you're always like kind of playing a bunch of notes, but kind of doing stuff where you're not playing as well. It's hard to describe. If you're a guitarist, you'll know what I'm on about. But it's the way that you keep the guitar sounding, you know, like a decent performance. Doesn't come from playing all the notes you need to play. It comes from keeping certain strings quiet and stuff when you're jumping over them or like muting them and stuff. How many guitarists we got in chat? Am I just talking to myself? Am I talking to myself here? Yo, Lorax, thank you for 26 months. You're glad the emotes are back. They make you giggle. Oh, I'm glad they do. What's the funniest one I've got? Oh my god, I can't even think of a funny one. Oh, it's terrible. That one says bad idea, but I've got the... I think that... Is that the right one? Because there's a facepalm emote, and I think... It must be, because they're 1 for 1. Okay. Like, on my setup, I have a bunch of emotes that represent each ones you see on your screen. And that's the facepalm one, but I don't think there's actually a facepalm animation. Who knows, who knows. Decrypt, thank you for 20 months. Nero S, thank you for gifting out a sub. Very much appreciated. Sploon K, thank you for coming back with the prime. We got Dia Shemi here for 82 months. Sound in the ear, it's back. Dia, one day we'll see you in the 100 club, I hope, you know? It'll take a year and a half, but yeah. You like the one where Evil X gets yanked off the screen? I forget which one that is. I'm just a guitar fan, always have been. Yeah, so with the guitar stuff, so like I'm looking at an 8-string, and I'm looking at some really expensive ones. Like, I'm probably gonna spend a fair bit if I want an 8-string. And I'm kind of down to 3 models now. There's like a Prestige Ibanez one, which I know will be absolutely solid, right? There's a what's the brand? ESP Ltd. ESPs are really solid metal guitars, and it's got this technology called Evertune, where it will always keep it in tune, which it's not like hasn't actually been an issue for me on my guitar, right? Like, when I'm thinking about what's the problem with the guitar I'm playing, it's that it's a bit noisy. It takes a bit of effort to, like, get it sounding good when you're playing. But I'm not sure how much of that gets bridged by a... I'm not sure how much of that gets bridged by... These noises in the ear, man. I think they're going to keep going for a while. Aussie Joe, thank you so much. 10 gifted community subs. Ever so appreciated as always, peeps. Come back to the chat if you're lurking. Please check. Just say thanks. That's all I ask. Oh my god, how can I stay on track with this conversation? I feel like I'm just repeating myself a lot. Yeah, okay, so there's this ESP one that could be a bit tighter, but again, like, I probably don't actually need the Evertune. It sounds good. It's like I need to look into the pickup sound and stuff like that a little bit, which I have been doing. And then there's, I forget the name of the brands. It hasn't quite sunk in. I need to keep seeing the name of the brand over and over again before my brain will remember it. But they do these modern guitar, like technical guitarists. Love them. They cut away the space behind the bridge. They cut off the headstock at the top, and they create like an ergonomic, slimmed down shape. And it's more for like sitting and playing. And I can't play sitting down. I stand up when I play. So it's probably not for me, but I absolutely love how they look. And when I go to guitar stores and stuff, like, you rarely see the 8 strings. So like, how do you get your hands on one to practice? Maybe if I like research based on that premise, where can I go to play an 8-string guitar? Maybe that would be a good starting point for me to try and get an answer, you know? I think I might need to do that, actually, as the next step here. Do I play the Forbidden Riff at the stores? Is the Forbidden Riff, like, something really common, like Smoke on the Water or whatever? Powerball says Ibanez was always a good brand. That's been my, like, loyalty brands. I've always loved them. I will stay up late sometimes just looking at guitars for sale, and I just drool over the I'm always drooling over the Ibanez models. I'm just like, I know what I want to do. It's like, if I wasn't doing this, man, you'd be glued to that guitar all day, you know? Be glued to that guitar all day. And other musical stuff. I just love it so much. But hey, I've been learning to play some Mishuga songs, and I think I found the next one that I'm going to lock in and like learn front to back. Straws Pulled at Random. If you know this song, it's always been one of my favorites. I absolutely love it because of the way it kind of like finds this beautiful riff as a conclusion and has a really cool guitar solo. It's very, a lot of Mishuga kind of like just goes hard. This one kind of goes hard and then gets all beautiful and turned around in the end. And I knew how to play that ending riff for a long time. Like, it's not particularly hard, but then I started looking at some of the others, and they're challenging, but like if I focus and lock in, I can get them. And I've got on the first couple of opening riffs, and I love how much it soaks up your attention, how much you like get invested in the song to play it. It's like, you know, like when we talk about entering the flow state and stuff like that. Mishuga is just a band that hacks my brain, and playing their songs, it really locks me into that, you know. New Millennium Cyanide Christ is one of your all-time favorite songs. Great video too. Oh my days, 100%, man. One of my favorites. Me and my mates used to love watching that video over and over again. They're just on their tour bus, and they're like, we've got to make a video. Let's just play, but like, everyone's playing their instruments, but their instruments aren't there. They're just air guitaring, air drumming, and it looks silly and great. Like, it's just such a cool idea. It looks very impromptu as well. And it just has one of the best riffs ever at the end. Like, if you like groove and you like a good old riff, the riff at the end of that song is phenomenal. So anyway, I learned to play that one a long time ago. That one's not terribly difficult, actually, to play. Rep Plays, thank you for the biddies, which reminds me that we have this animation. I found it. We rarely play it. No Stairway Denied. Mike Myers, 1992-ish. Is that Stairway to Heaven? I saw people saying that's the riff you can't play. I don't really know that song too well, actually. Like, I've listened to all of Led Zeppelin's stuff, like, a long time ago. There's a lot of, like, classic guitar, like Jimi Hendrix and Pink Floyd, actually adore. But a lot of the sort of classic guitar culture that a lot of guitarists like, I'm really not that big on a lot of it. It's great stuff. I'll listen to it all day long, but when I play guitar, I'm just drawn to playing metal mostly. So I learned to play New Millennium Cyanide Christ a long time ago. I've recently learned to play Rational Gaze all the way up until the very final riff, where it's the first riff, but it like chops off at this really awkward point. And maybe at some point I'll sit down and figure it out, but by the time like you've played that riff 3 times already, it's just like you get to the end of the song and you're like, wow, that's exhausting. Because it's got some wild riffs in it, that song. Some wild riffs. Also, I've learned to play Lethargica, which has the absolute most beastly mammoth breakdown you'll ever hear. I think if anyone's got the heaviest breakdown riff of all time, it might be that song. And I can play that song front to back now. But that's the one with the riff in, where it's just like, I can play it, I can feel it, but I can't figure out like what the math behind it is. There's definitely like this like shuffle alternating rhythm sort of going through the groove, and I just can't quite lock into it and figure out what it is. Have I tried Dance of Eternity? Is that a song I could potentially play on guitar? I'm always down to like try something I haven't heard of or whatnot. In my experience, the best songs are the ones that you like know really well. Like if you learn to play one of your favorite songs, man, that's gonna get you locked in and learning. It's an instrumental song by Dream Theater. Yeah, I mean, I always say it, just if you want to suggest something, tweet it at me. Whenever I do my mentions, I'll make a little note. I might check it out. You know, I know Pull Me Under. Pull me under, I'm not afraid. Oh, I'm making a note. I'm going to try Pull Me Under. See what's on that. Because a lot of these songs, like, I probably would have checked out a long time ago. And recently, my guitaring has really leveled up. It's since I've been learning piano, I feel like I've just very much locked in a lot better and, like, challenged myself and risen to the challenge. And I keep putting, like, song after song in front of myself and then really getting into it and enjoying it. Like, quite different from how I tried to level up in the past. In the past, I was like Mr. Drill with all my picking techniques and like playing them at slow tempos and slowly building up, and I just got exhausted doing it that way. Now I just play for fun, and that seems to really work. Dimmu put out a new single! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I feel like I have to listen to it right now. Oh my god. New Borgir. Wait. I gotta go look it up. I can't listen to it on stream, but I gotta at least go like look it up. Oh my god. Oh! There is a new song! Oh my god. Grand Serpent Rising. It's a 3-word name album. Oh, what if they're going back? What if they're going back to old ways? Hang on, I've got to have a look here. Oh my god. They got some new images of them standing in some weird building. Looking all gothy and weird. It's 8 years since their last record. Yep. They say they've outdone themselves musically on this album. I don't know, they're always going to say something like that. I cannot wait. My hopes aren't terribly high, but... Ooh. They work with the producer from Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropia and Death Cult Armageddon. Those are 2 albums from their just absolute 10 out of 10 stride. They're doing an In League with Satan headline tour with Behemoth. Oh my god, that's going to be so good. And Dark Funeral. Oh my god, this is going to be great. Sorry, people, you just whatever's on the screen, you got to put up with it right now because I'm just, you know, reading about music online. And Gouda has departed, yeah, and he's going to do Old Man's Child. Oh my god. Sorry. Right, okay, I'm done. I am so excited to hear that song after this stream, though. I have a feeling it's not going to be like classic old school stuff. I reckon it's probably going to be more like Anonian or whatever, but I'll always hold out a little bit of hope. You got new Dimmu Borgir before GTA 6. Honestly, like, I was not expecting an album from them anytime soon. It just felt like they'd sort of, I don't know. The last time I heard them talk about where they're at, they're all like, oh, you know, we're dads now, and our kids have got kids, and oh, we're just getting a bit old for this thing. It was kind of like the tone. And then Gouda left, and I was like, oh, I think Gouda left because they weren't doing anything, and then all of a sudden, bam, new album. Oh my god. So excited. There's another band I've learned to play a lot of songs on guitar of, Dimmu Borgir. Again, you know, you play these songs you love, and you just got this like endless joy and infection to get your teeth stuck into. I almost want the stream to end. Is that wrong? I kind of want the stream to end so I can go listen to Dimmu Borgir. I kid. I can be patient, but dang. If there's one band, well, there's actually a few bands, like Mishuga would be another one, but when they put out a new song, I get incredibly excited. You know what I mean? Favorite Dimmu Borgir song? The Insight and the Catharsis. Forever and always. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest song ever or whatever, but it is. It's just like when I was at that age where you're young, you're sort of forming your identity, and you reach out and attach it to things like music. That was like my song that I would just listen to over and over again. I remember I used to have this like play counter on Winamp, and I remember like listening to it with my mates when it ticked up to 100. It's like we had a special little listening party or something. Just absolutely nerding out on music. I probably listened to that song over 1,000 times, and I learned how to play on guitar as well, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, that song is always my favorite. And I saw him play it live once, and I absolutely lost my mind. Have you ever been to like a show and see that guy in the mosh pit who's having way too good of a time? That was me. They played my favorite song. I immediately screamed so loud that my voice blew out, and then I just moshed like an absolute maniac. You know? Just put us on hold for 5 minutes, it's fine. Just say your PC is acting up real quick. Dang, I should have thought of that. I shouldn't have read that out loud. Yo, Armored Monkey, 88 months. Hey X, hope all is well. One more year to go until triple digits. You are absolutely right. There is a place for you in the dungeon, my friend. Don't you even worry about it. It's funny hearing Xisuma fangirling. I guess you could look at it like that, yeah. Oh, I really do adore that band and get excited when they put out new music, believe me. I'm not even expecting much because the last album wasn't that great in my opinion, but I mean that band's from like Stormblast is an amazing record in its own right. Their first album is clunky, weird, obscure symphonic black metal, and I absolutely love it. I'm not gonna try and convince anyone to listen to it. You know? But then Stormblast is kind of incredible. I think Stormblast is a really, really classic black metal album. But then after that, they just kind of level up and become this monstrous beast of kind of doing like what the Black Album was for metal, and maybe you could say what Heartwork was for death metal. They kind of did that for black metal with Enthroned Darkness Triumph. They turned it into like a lean heavy metal beast with like clean, crisp guitars and these just phenomenal sounding blast beats. They kind of found that way to like polish it up and really lean into the darkness and the heaviness without doing all that low fidelity side of it. you want to keep banging on? Because I can keep going on. You love the Old Man's Child album in defiance of the distance too. It feels like an extension of puritanical euphoric misanthropia. Yeah, well, Old Man's Child is basically Gouda like, hey guys, I'm one of you. I should be in your band. And he was 100% right. Because he was like, if I remember correctly, he was sort of friends with all of the bands, and they were just kind of full. They already had members, and he was like right to join them. So he did Old Man's Child, and then eventually, you love this discussion, you feel seen. Brilliant. Eventually, he goes and joins Dimmu, and he's a perfect fit. Like, the first album he's on, Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropia, listen to how that opening riff kicks up. Like, that is Gouda bringing something brilliant to the band. He's just a beast on the guitar. And yeah, so after Enthroned Darkness Triumph, they made this record called Spiritual Black Dimensions. And this is where they went really hard on the symphonic stuff. They kind of went like a little bit gothic, but really hard on like over synth sound. And it's my absolute favorite. It's just the album that I really, really bonded with. I remember getting it. I got it in the mail. I must have been like 15, and we're at a camping trip. And I got it in the mail, but basically my parents would go to football, and then they would come back to the camping trip, and they brought back the CD with them. So I like stuck it in my CD player, put my headphones on. I'd heard the first song, Reptile, before, and that was like, oh my god, this music's so weird and dark, and like, what is it? I'm drawn to it like a magnet. And then the rest of the album, I couldn't even comprehend it. Like, if you listen to extreme music, like this stuff, and you're just like, what is this noise? That's what I was like. I was like, what is this noise? Except I knew there was something amazing in it. And, yeah, I kept listening to the album over and over again, and like, slowly it like opens up, and I just couldn't get over how awesome it was. After that album, you got Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropia, which is like an absolute mission statement of intent. It is just like the whole band leveling up, left, right, and center, putting together some absolutely wild songs. Yeah, what an album. And then in that stride, like that very, well-established, they know exactly what they're doing kind of stride, they put out Death Cult Armageddon, which is such a superb record. I got to put that block back. Such a superb record. It's also kind of like, it feels like an album with a very strong sense of theme. Like, here's these mature musicians, they've sussed their band out, they're kind of like at the peak, and they're staying there, and they're like doing this other theme or whatever you want to call it. Why does this thing gets activated over here? If I just take out this block, then it can't get activated. Right, I think I need to put that block kind of down here at the end somewhere. Do I listen to Megadeth? Like, unironically. I love Megadeth, like, but mostly just the classic stuff, although they've got like quite a lot of really good songs here and there over the years, So yeah, Death Cult Armageddon is like them in their stride. And then when they come back in 2007 with Insorte Diablo, to me, that's where you can kind of hear, like, the next steps maybe aren't going to be as fantastic from here on out. Like, that album is solid, and it's got some cracking moments in it. But for me, it's just, they're like a step behind themselves now. And then they did Abrahadabra, and, like, I wasn't ever that keen on that one. Oh, I've just realized something about the layout here. There's supposed to be some of that copper stuff. Oh yeah, look, we totally missed the copper on the outside there. Let's go take care of that. I guess I'm going to need more of that. Countdown to Destruction was nice. Yeah, that's a great record. I remember, I must have been about 13 or 14. I was in a record store. This is when I was first getting my hands on music and stuff. And I remember looking at Countdown to Extinction and Rage Against the Machine, it was their covers album, and I was really torn between which one to get, and I got the Rage Against the Machine covers album. So later on, I got to go back and listen to the Megadeth album, and it became like a nostalgia record. Like, here's another one. Puff Daddy's first record. What is it actually called? Puff Daddy and the Family, No Way Out, or something like that. Like, I remember being a kid, looking at that in a record store, and then picking a Michael Jackson record, and then like, I'm talking, how long ago was it? Like 5, maybe even 10 years ago now. Like, time is just flying by. But in the era of, you know, doing my music blog and being a YouTuber and a streamer, like, I realized, like, why the heck can I not go back and just listen to that record? And now it's on streaming, and like, I listened to it and I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. But it was like, there's like this element of like nostalgia that could have been, you know? Like, this would have been a nostalgia record. And I feel that way about Countdown to Extinction. It's like could have been like one of those formative records, but I picked the other one. And I tell you what, that Rage Against the Machine covers album, it's good, but it has not stuck with me in the way that Megadeth record could have. You know what I mean? 5 or 10 years ago, you were a kid. I mean, I said a lot of words. I probably said that. What I mean is, it was around 5 or 10 years ago that I realized that, like, what's stopping me from going and listening to this record? Why haven't, like, every now and then I come across it and I remember, oh yeah, that's that record that I almost got, you know? Never listened to it. And then I thought, why not listen to it, you know? I can't remember if it was Spotify or I was still buying music, but, you know, I got a copy, listened to it, and absolutely loved that record. And I'm pretty sure that one, if I had got when I was a kid, that would have been like a defining record for me. That's called Anemoia, nostalgia for a time happening that you didn't experience firsthand. I think what you're describing is what happens when I watch Metallica play at Seattle in 1989, when they're on the And Justice for All album. You're like feeling unbelievable nostalgia for that show, but like almost like, oh, I wish I could have gone type energy, right? That's not how I feel. It's more like finding something really great and knowing if you'd have found this when you were younger, this would have been your thing. Like, Typo Negative is another one for me. I can't believe me and my mates growing up never found Typo Negative, because if we did, I think pretty much everyone would have loved that band. What Dimmu album would I recommend listening to first? Probably best place to start is Enthroned Darkness Triumph. If you're already into black metal and you like the raw stuff, like maybe start with Stormblast, but just go for Enthroned Darkness Triumph. It's such a great record. I think actually part of me wants the flying machine to be active just to see if it's going to work. I think I can activate it just by putting it here. Yeah. Oh! Oh, maybe I need to do that again. Maybe it's, yeah, it's got like 2 states. Or it doesn't? Wait, why? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, it's full. Okay. Oh, what does that mean if that's full? Oh, it's... No, wait. We're not out of gunpowder. Did I lock the redstone or chop it off, or what happened here? Some slime got in there. Okay, well, that's that mystery solved. Why is that? Why does that not get it? Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why. When it gets powered over here, maybe the pulse length is different or something. Because me placing it as a block is technically not the same event happening. You added it to the list. Was it you who asked about Enthroned Darkness Triumph? Whatever you added to your list, I hope you enjoy it. No. I don't know what's going on now. It could still be the case that the pulse that comes from over there is different, but In theory, nothing over here has changed, right? So, like, why wouldn't the flying machine activate? Is it going to change now? Okay, well, we want that to happen again. And it will now. Oh, how strange. Unless when I activated it earlier, I locked it into the wrong position or something like that. That's also a possibility. I'm not sure what to do now. The fortunate thing about this is it should be quite easily fixable. It almost looks like... Wait a minute. Wait. What are we looking at here? Now we want to activate this one over here. This is so annoying. I don't want to be diagnosing this stuff. I can't. Am I activating it? Am I doing something silly? Oh my god. Why? I don't understand what's going on now. Okay, different strategy. In theory, like, nothing should have changed. X, you're so silly. What am I doing that's silly, then? Redstone genius. What am I doing that's silly? Oh, wait. If I put it there, that won't work. Where do I want to... I need to think a little bit more. It's the redstone... No, it's just a case of missing a block. You want the block to be there to activate that. So then... What's activating that? Oh, it's this here. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of this. Oh, and I destroyed that. And just have it, like, on constantly for a minute. Okay, so, like, why... I can see that side's not firing. It's... Oh! What? Wait, something's different with the redstone here. You know what? Look. A block got pushed. That makes sense that it could get pushed like that. It should be like it is on that side. There must be an edge case then where this can get pushed. I wasn't... Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense because that's a whole row of blocks, right? So how is it that this got pushed and that didn't? I think something quirky happened there because it managed to push one block among many. All right, looks like we solved the problem. And it probably wasn't related to anything I was doing before. It looks like it was this thing over here. Oh, look at this. It is slimes that are messing with the... Well, if we know, we can make it so that slimes can't get to the minecarts. Okay, we're finding problems and we're gonna make solutions, people. Don't you worry about it. Okay, so we put that there and then a piece of redstone here and then it goes. Whew, that took a little longer than I liked, but hey, something went wrong. If we encounter that again, we'll know what's up. Oh, you're having a bad time, buddy. You're having a bad time. Then it goes back. Yeah. I think you could technically do that and we'll find out. Okay then, sugarcane next, right? And also, I think, have we got any 1, 2, 3, 4? We do. I think I'm just going to have this go all the way to the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here. And that'll put 4 blocks across. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be that one there. Let's go grab... Ah, look. Yeah, the minecarts are going to end up with so much stuff we don't want in them. So we need 3 buckets of water. Maybe more. I don't know. We need 3 buckets of water. We know that. Put obsidian in there so the flying machine doesn't break again. If it happens again, I will probably put in obsidian, but I kind of want to leave it alone for the time being. It broke in a way that shouldn't be possible, right? So that to me suggests that something very quirky happened. I've definitely seen with my time here on Hermitcraft that things like that can happen. That every now and then the game has some really obscure edge case where like something that shouldn't happen happens. Oh, I forgot to get mud because I'm waffling. And look, everywhere I go there's slimes, man. Oh. Freaking slimes messing with everything. You can go as well. Okay. That happens to you all the time. Forget mud because of the waffling. Ha! Oi! You cheeky devil. Yeah, so we need to place more of that stuff. We need to put in the mud and then the sugarcane. It's simple, really. Have I listened to any Gojira albums? Yeah, pretty much all of them. Oh, you... fool. Absolute fool. How do I fix that, then? Kind of not sure. I think I have to break this. And then put it there. Yeah. Okay. Let's go put some of this down here. Do I collect CDs or vinyls? Neither. Used to collect CDs. Now they're just kind of waste space. Well, they sit in a cupboard. I genuinely do love the physicality of that stuff, but like it's having stuff. It's bad. Well, not, you know, bad for the environment sounds a bit weird, but you know what I mean. It's like having lots of possessions that they're material things. I think. Oh no, I can't make it go one further. It has to stop there. You know, they're material things, and I'm perfectly fine with having like a digital experience with ownership of records and stuff, or the interface of it. So I'm cool with that. It works for me. And I don't want to get into collectionism because I'm the kind of madman who will just... I'll drive myself insane if I were to collect albums. Like, everything would have to be complete. You know, full discographies and stuff. And oh, look at that. We need some water on the outside. All my money will disappear if I collected records. Basically. The amount of money I saved when I switched to Spotify was just insane. Oops. I guess we don't really need the farm running right now. It clearly works again. Can I? Yep, I can. I can, people, I can. You'd only buy a record if it's something you really want a physical version of. See, I don't like... There's loads of records. I could easily make a list and put like some at the top. You know, ones that I would want to have a physical copy of. But I just... I don't want to go down that, because once I get one, I want another, and then I want, you know, you can't have that one on the shelf without this other one, and that's just the way my silly mind works. I'd be like forging an artistic collection, you know what I mean? I know it'd drain my wallet, so I don't do it. So yeah, I missed a couple of water buckets back here, didn't I? Yo, Silhouette, thank you ever so much for 10 months. 10 months right there. It puts like a number at the front and a number at the back. Sometimes the number at the front is like bigger than the one at the back. It's really weird. I'm on a new system, so now like all my noises in the ear and messages and alerts, like they read a bit different. That kind of thing. At least you don't need a subscription to listen to CDs. Yeah, but the difference in price is insane. Like, I went from spending hundreds of pounds a month on music just down to like, you know, $10.99 or whatever it is for Spotify. And I know it's like less of that money goes to the artists, but if you want to have savings, you want to have a pension, you want to have like an investment for the future, something like that is just a bit of a no-brainer, really. And it took me a long time to make that transition as well. I could have switched to Spotify a lot sooner. It's been around for a long time. You like physical things as a reminder of what I've experienced. I don't need that. It's really weird. I don't need that. Like, you're 100% right. They're a reminder, but I get on fine without. I do have like a diary of all the gigs and shows that I've been to, and I have my music blog for keeping like record of what I've listened to, so I do stay attached to it in some ways, if that makes sense. Like, I have my own ways of like reminiscing and stuff, but yeah, like I stopped buying shirts and stuff at shows now because I had so many. It's like it feels pointless to get any new ones. It's very rare that I see a design that really like hooks me. Same thing with books, however on Kindle they're sometimes only 10% cheaper than paperbacks. Make it make sense. Well, I don't really know what the situation with Kindle and stuff is, but like, if you own the book, then fair enough. Like, essentially, you just need to be armed with the information and make your own decision, right? Like, if ownership means a heck of a lot to you, then you factor it into your decision making. I think I'm saying for me, it's the experience of that really counts. I do know though, if Spotify were to like disappear tomorrow, I would have a bit of a panic attack, because I now have like all of this music kind of like locked into the Spotify ecosystem. I still have a load of stuff outside of it from way back when, but now it's all like on Spotify's platform. And on one hand, you gotta like pray and hope that they'll give you they probably will give you the tools to, you know, leave with your playlists and your history and stuff intact. You know what I mean? I've got my music blog to help me keep track of all the albums I've listened to if ever something like that happened. I would probably lose a lot of these like odd random tracks that come up on shuffle and I just add to my like songs. There's quite a bit of that that's like unarchived and in their hands. But I think I'm kind of counting on it being the new norm. Like, if Spotify collapses and doesn't work out or something, then surely something else will come along and keep the whole thing going. But it's not guaranteed, is it? It is a bit of a risk and a gamble. And if I still had CDs, I mean, I've still got them, right? Like, can't take those albums away from me. So I get it. I just decided to make the decision of, I think it's probably smarter to save up this money for the future and not have the direct ownership of it, because I basically experience music. So I don't know, like, it's like a bit like, imagine you're like, you've got 5 years left to live. Like, imagine you're near the end of your life. Like, do you really need to keep buying and owning stuff? I'm not near the end of my life, I hope. Goodness me, don't jinx it. But I guess, you know, I've been around for long enough now that I feel like having the physical thing, the ownership of it, is less valuable to me than experiencing it. So it's like, I don't need to have those things. Like, I'm probably a lot better with letting go of them because I've experienced it, if that makes sense. I've had music I had in a Spotify disappear. Oh, yeah, that's a possibility. You know, they sneakily remove something from the platform and it's gone. Yeah, that's fair. That's an interesting point. Things do come and go on the platform, don't they? To be fair, even physical media has a shelf life. Try putting a floppy disk nowadays. It's possible, but definitely not easy. Yep, CDs are supposed to degrade over a few decades. So, like, once you've had a CD for maybe like 30 years, you might struggle to play it if it's not been kept in the... Wait, I had a stack of this stuff down here? Where did that come from? I thought I just ran out. I'm smelting more and I've got a bunch down here. What the heck? Yeah, no, CDs degrade and lose their integrity. You heard most VHS tapes have expired. Oh, interesting. I know my parents, because they've been moving recently, have a bunch, and they got a bunch that they want to like convert to digital and stuff. But yeah, at some point they might run out too, right? Kind of fascinating. Right, I think with our new discovery that we made over here, I'm going to end up putting glass on top of all of this. So this bit here is going to get filled in. And then we're going to go all the way down to the other end. And then we're going to make sure this bit here gets filled in properly as well. Like, we're going to kind of secure it all a little bit more, if that makes sense. Struggling to get in place to place these. There we go. Make it a little bit more secure. Because we don't want anything touching this. So we'll probably have glass at this level back here. Maybe. We've got to do the copper grate thing again as well. So I need mud, copper grate, need to fill... The bucket's already filled. Okay. We are on track, by the way, people. We're on track. I kind of knew this would be just one of those projects you got to grind out. But we're going to get it done today. I can feel it. We're doing good. By the way, thank you for all the happy partner anniversary messages. I guess lots of people are still like tuning in because I'm pretty sure they automate that message for you, right? 2, 3, 4. The next one would be there. 1, 2, 3. The next one would be here. Okay. I'm probably just going to put down the sugarcane, even though it's kind of pointless. Just so everything gets filled up. Oh, we're missing one over here as well. I think we're missing one on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Then I can't do that one. Oh, this is now under this thing. Yeah, that's silly. That's silly. I guess what I'm thinking is I want to cover up these. I think the way I'm going to do it is put deep slate facing down and have the glass come across there. But then I want it to go one more block. These are actually parks like further back than they need to be, right? I'm not going to redo that. I'm going to yeah, I'm going to put in... I'm trying to think about what might go wrong here. I don't think this means anything goes wrong because we just got to cover up the minecarts, really. Yeah, that feels about right. Okay. Will I be visiting the Minecraft theme park? Yeah, I probably will. I've wanted to go back to Chessington for a long time, and that's given me a good old excuse. I can't even remember the last time I was there. I have some like really weird, vague memory. Actually, I tell you what, they're those sorts of memories where you're like, is that a dream or is that an actual memory? I think what I'm remembering is a dream of like a memory from my childhood, and then that dream was so long ago now. This is the problem with getting old. Is just some stuff you're like, oh, remember that? Wait a minute. Was that a dream about a thing that happened? Okay, so currently, I think if slimes get into that space, if they die, they cause a bother. So we do have to stop them from getting in here. I'm going to go ahead and just put glass at this level. Oh, well, and then I run out. Going to need a few more blocks behind it. Guess I can make more here. I'm going to need a lot eventually, but I need to go steal some of this stuff from someone because I still don't have a farm. You haven't been to Chessington since the vampire ride was new. I might literally be in the same camp. The vampire ride was new when I went, I think. Actually, I really don't know. It might have actually been old, but I remember the vampire ride was there when I went the first time, when I was really young. And then whenever I went again when I was older, it wasn't. Autumn says flint and steel. Just randomly throwing that out there, are we? Okay, so since we really don't want any slimes whatsoever going down there, this all gets filled in. It's now just, I guess, out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind, all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure it's inaccessible at the other end as well. Oh yeah, there would be a thing there, wouldn't there? Right, that's sent out all the minecarts. We'll use cheaty cam for the next bit. So this is completely sealed. Nothing can get in there like a cheeky slime. That's good for now. Now, the next issue will be the items that are coming through here. Like that. We're going to have some stuff from the construction that shouldn't be in there. Going to have to put all the sugarcane in here for now, I think. I said steel, did I now? Okay. Did I also say flint? Bro has copper armor rather than netherite, even though he has netherite tools. I wonder why. Just decided to play with copper armor. That's why. It was the decision that I made. And I stand by it. Thank you very much. Alright, those go back in there. Look at me getting all cleaned up. It's like I'm a professional Minecrafter or something. Okay. And this is part of the profession. Looking after your inventory, believe it or not. Let's get this thing going again. There's loads and loads of gunpowder. There is almost full gunpowder. That's how much gunpowder there is. This thing, I think it needs a kickstart. It needs something, doesn't it? I think I had to make it really slow. Doesn't it like slowly back up or something? Yeah, it's going to slowly back up. It's kind of weird, that. The other side doesn't, does it? It doesn't have a crafter behind it, so it doesn't matter. And I seem to recall messing with this. If you make it any faster, you get redstone torch burnout. The thing that we never really did here was add any extra delay. Do's I got any more of my favourite redstone block? Got that one there. How would I go about doing this? Maybe I could use a torch here? Which means I would need 2 torches, obviously. So like if I do that, I don't think we have to worry about it powering that. Now you just need to change the signal again. But I can't put anything there. Maybe that doesn't help. What if I put a bit of delay here? I'm going to need more of these blocks. So we got a delay there. Dude, I got to get in a better rhythm with using this. Then we go up and over. We have to do that. Oh, I've only got one. Come on. Then we put another repeater here. I mean, I think it only needs to be on 2. And then I kind of actually need to power that directly or indirectly. So that should have powered it. I'm going to guess it's full again. Now, if you don't power it quick enough, it breaks. I'm not sure how you solve that problem now. That's really annoying. That's really weird and annoying. Whatever. We'll have to put it as slow as we can then. 4 ticks. Yeah, that this might end up being something that actually breaks it because it hasn't made any sugar, has it? We don't want that in there. If this thing backs up, it could do that potentially because this farm now might outpace the gunpowder. So if you always have more sugarcane coming in, and it can actually cause this here to break, that's kind of wild. I think actually we might need to go back to the idea of locking the hopper here or something. Let's have a look. That looks slower. And that fully drains. Yay! Problem solved. Oh, another problem solved. Brilliant. The other thing I needed to check for over here is that we didn't have any, like, other non-sugarcane items flowing through. I thought we would have had some, but it looks like all of these are clear. So, okay, that's that taken care of. I think that's everything, right? We can put glass on top of here if slimes keep dropping into it. But otherwise, I think we're kind of done. This is covered up. This works. Might want to optimize the time of it. Chat, help me out here. Have I missed anything? I think I got it. I did just spot like one little thing that we could probably do here. Which is maybe just put some blocks the other side of the portal in case, I don't know, something weird happens. They start shooting the things through to the other side. Missed giving me all your Diaz on LPMT. Do we have an LPMT tour lined up for today? I don't have one on my screen. Let's go over here. You think I forgot to top off the blinker fluff? Bald Bove. I mean, there I was, like, started reading the message, and I'm like, someone's been paying attention. What is this thing that they have found that I need to take care of right now? This is important. Stop the presses. Someone's actually paying... Nope, it's just a troll. Just a filthy troll. Look at you. You live under a bridge. Okay, that can kind of stay like that for now. I guess I can put the gunpowder in on the other side. Tea, says Powerballs. My tea is well and truly dead. It's cold. I drank about half of it earlier in the stream. I'd say it's actually pretty good for a live stream. I reap the seeds I sow. Which seeds did I sow? Excuse me. Whose fault is that, X? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, 4 is dyes, yep. Redstone. Then we've got a grey box, this one here. Nicely done. Dear Xisuma, when will Bedrock's tweaks be updated? I don't know what Bedrock's tweaks is. That's not a thing, so never maybe? It's nothing to do with me anyway. Looping a little to something from earlier, have I listened to Doom's 2016 OST? Of course I have, it's classic. I love that Doom game. You know, I haven't played Dark Ages. I'm at a point now where I'm basically just not going to play a lot of games anymore. And that's fine. But there are a couple where I'm like, ah, I would enjoy that one. Dark Ages, I think I would have enjoyed. I gotta say though, like the melee stuff of that game didn't particularly entice me. It's just the fact that it's Doom. It's like, I've got to play Doom. Have I ever listened to Edge of Insanity? Yeah, I have actually. They have a bunch of like really weird progressive albums, right? Don't they? With like all the songs split into little tracks and... God, that throws me back, that one. Do you ever watch anime? Nah, not really. I had a friend recommend some to me and I added it on my Netflix playlist and I can never just like pull the trigger and click play. I'm always like, I don't want to. A bunch of stuff there that needs emptying, I guess. All that can go in. That's that emptied. And then that in there. Wow, brilliant. And you know what? I don't have a bundle in my bundle. Wonder how that happened. I wonder how that happened. Do I have any other bundles that need sorting out? It's kind of time for me to do a sort again, but the thing is I've got... oh yeah, Sniffs Week over here. Oh wait, what about that? That's something else. Yeah, I'm gonna go AFK at the gold farm. For gold? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go AFK at the creeper farm. Let's go check on the rockets in the nether, right? Like, that makes sense, considering all we were just working on. In theory, they're pumping rockets into the nether right now. B-Dubs is using bundles. Is that a result of the bundle store? Sniff Week is so good, I love it. Yeah, just a complete Sumerism again. It's one of the things that used to frustrate me a lot, but I just kind of let it go now, is that, you know, when you edit, you listen to what you said earlier, and I think you're naturally going to edit a video and critique yourself, and like, I could have said that better. But it can get really annoying sometimes when you just hear yourself say the words muddled up like that, and it's like, oh, what is wrong with you? Why didn't I notice at the time? I was about to say we might find a minecart like sat unable to move somewhere, but no. Well, it just drops them off here. So yeah, over on this side we're looking pretty lean. So we're down to about here. I mean, that's a plentiful stock, but now we're going to try and get it full up to here. And at some point this might, I don't know, I might AFK and with our new farm find out that this isn't good enough. This is, I believe this is filling up because we've got sugarcane and gunpowder back part stocked up. So like when the overworld was loaded, it was creating the rockets. They're filling up there now faster than we can empty them, which is interesting. So we should probably see, because some of the earlier bits are full, we don't know how much rockets get taken out at a time. Like, I almost could have counted then. It looks like just a handful. I think this thing probably picks up way more rockets when it's sat here. Like, it's going to go, yeah. It's never going to get drained more than that, is it? Let's see what it comes back round with. It's going to go out with full stacks. That's interesting. Maybe my theory here is wrong. Maybe that thing's dropping off a lot. The amount of times I'll just get tongue twisted. Lol, says Fruit Mango Mix. I get it when I stream and record. I think I have it more when I record, maybe, but I don't know how to measure when I'm not streaming. You know what I mean? Don't know how to measure that. Waynbo, thank you for gifting a sub to Autumn. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Thank you to the both of you for all you do. If the community don't appreciate you, which I know they do, I appreciate you. So look at that. We've emptied about a stack, and then we're going to come back and fill it back up again. I think even if it were draining some out of here, it wouldn't. But that's super promising. So now I think we're going to see this next AFK session make a much bigger difference, is what I'm thinking will happen. Senlo, thank you so much for using the Amazon Prime. Appreciate you using that on me. All subscriptions, by the way, get you access to the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. If you're interested in joining a Minecraft community, ask in the chat. Your Prime, your gifted sub, your regular will get you 33 days access. Just, hey, look, if you're looking for something to do for a little while, swing on by. See if you find a bunch of cool peeps to hang out with. Maybe become a part of a new community. Got nothing to lose, right? Hans Kberg. John Lee 123 Norgay. That's one whole name right there. It sounds like it's almost two. Thank you so much for subscribing, dude. Appreciate it. Oh, I don't need to use a rocket for this next bit. I need to go over here. I make all the tweets. Follow me at Xisuma Void. Follow me, people. I need followers. Follow me blindly into the sun. If you want to, I am on the Twitter, and I don't really do much on there anymore. I should probably stop advertising it. You can get tweets of when I publish a video or a music blog, but I don't really do the whole social media thing anymore. It's just for this. Right, so currently the farm is set up to not produce records. And it looks like we have a reasonable stockpile, but I could need a lot more in the future, who knows. Peeps, I'm just going to wrap up the stream right here. We did everything we needed to do today, which is fantastic. Now we got to just stand here and make lots and lots of thingies. What are they called? Rockets. Where do I go to do a raid? Here. I go here. Yes, I'm now in the right place for a raid. What is this Twitter thing you speak of? Oh, there's this website called X, but this Husk fella brought it and changed the name to Twitter. So you can follow me on Twitter. I tell you what, let's go raid a musician today. Let's get a city over to a musician I like who's streaming. That's what I'm going to do. Something totally different. No hermits are streaming, so why not? This guy makes great music. Sending you over there. Alright, that's going to be it from me today. I'm going to go do some other stuff, like listen to Dimmu Borgir. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your stream. Bye-bye.